ever so much. Thank you, and welcome to Quick as a Flash. We're terribly happy to have all of you with us right now. You know, Quick as a Flash is the game in which 4 contestants test the speed of their reaction. 2 of them are celebrities, people I know that you know all about, people that you're familiar with, and 2 others who have been chosen from right here in our studio audience at the International Theater in New York. Now, suppose we meet them. May we say first hello to our number 1 panelist seated on your left as you look down there, star of motion pictures, Mr. Boris Karloff. Welcome to Quick as a Flash. Mr. Karloff, we're happy to have you here with us. What are you doing now, sir?
Oh, spending a good deal of time in the country. I'll be glad to take care of you if you're in the neighborhood.
I certainly want you to know that I'll go along with that, Mr. Karloff. And another young lady we want you to meet, well, from our studio audience, we have a young lady to Mr. Karloff's left. It's Mrs. Margot Wood from Southern California. Welcome to Quick as a Flash. I only missed your home state by about 700 miles. It's South Carolina, isn't it? About 2,700 miles. And, of course, to Mrs. Wood's left, we have that delightful young lady, very good friend of ours, personality of motion pictures and television and radio and radar, just about everything, Miss Wendy Barry. Wendy, good to have you with us. Wendy, what have you been doing lately?
I can't tell you, William.
No, I mean professionally, Wendy.
Oh, I know what you meant. I still can't tell you.
Well, that's right. Just don't say a word. And we have, of course, to Wendy's left, Master Sergeant John Linyard from the United States Marine Corps. Is that right, John? Welcome to the All right. Now, we're going to have Master Sergeant Linyard and Miss Wendy Barry work as one team. We are going to have Mrs. Wood and Mr. Boris Karloff work as another team. So they're paired off. We want you 2 to kick each other under the table on the shins or anything like that. Any prearranged signals, you can whisper back and forth. You can talk it up. You can even hold hands if you want, Sergeant Linyard. And Miss Wood, you may hold hands with Mr. Karloff. Isn't that nice? Something going on under that table? Bizarre. All right. Now, here's the way the entire program works. We're going to get right into it. Now, whenever one of our studio contestants wins a prize, they get an opportunity to keep the money. If either Mr. Karloff or Miss Barry wins for her team, of course, their teammate will be given the money, but they are going to see that their money goes to the Damon Runyon Cancer Fund. Thanks to Miss Barry and Mr. Karloff for that. That is all right, suppose we get all ready. Remember, you're working as a team. Right now, we're going to see something I think you're all going to enjoy. It's our version of what might have taken place just before a very famous event. As soon as any of you think you know that event, you're going to interrupt by pressing on your high-frequency oscillator there. Mr. Karloff, sir, will you try it for us just so we can hear it? Sound sort of takes you back to Frankenstein, doesn't it, there? Last time
again.
I saw you play with a flash of lightning some time ago. It was a good picture, too. All right, now, the one who is first to get the correct answer wins a prize of $25. Our celebrities, of course, will have 1 chance in each race, and our person from the studio audience will each have 2 chances on each race. Now, let's give our home and studio audiences here a chance to get the correct answer, so they'll see how well our contestants do. Okay? Take a look at it. Now, one thing, our panelists cannot see this answer. It is being hidden from them completely. They have no way of knowing. So now, all of you, get set to act quick as a flash for $25 as soon as you recognize what event might have climaxed this dramatic scene.
This was it. In most parts of the world, it was very warm for May, but here we froze. I was the skipper of that outfit, and it was my job to send them out. The whole thing was unbelievable. It was something almost beyond human imagination. But orders are orders, and I had mine. Where are the rest?
Well, they haven't come back from Operation B, sir.
Check the base. See who's available.
You mean we're going out again today?
Can't be helped. It's an emergency operation. We'll need every available flyer for this mission.
Will we be back in time for chow?
You don't seem to understand what we're up to. This is not a routine flight.
You mean...
Gentlemen, if you like, you can call this D-Day. D-Day? That's right. Naturally, we can't afford to have anything go wrong. There'll be 5 in the echelon. I'll assign takeoff positions later. Oh,
Here comes a flash of lightning. We're going to stop the action. It's Mr. Boris Karloff. What do you say, sir? What is your answer to this one, Mr. Karloff? They're talking in over there.
Did you say 5 in the echelon?
Yes, 5 was mentioned in the echelon.
Well, I'd say it was the Normandy invasion, but 5, there'd be 500 or 5,000, wouldn't there?
5,000 of these? I don't quite think so. I assume, though, Mr. Karloff, there were a lot of flights that day, but I'm thinking in this particular case there were only 5. You see, there was a very low ceiling that day, and there was only room for 5. You understand? Now, Mr.
No.
Well, that's good, because I'm not sure I do either, Mr. Karloff. I'll tell you what now, that eliminates Mr. Karloff from this race only. He may, of course, give help to Margot there, his opponent, his helper.
Partner.
Yes, all right now. Of course, the rest of our panelists, Miss Berry has 1 chance, and our 2 studio contestants still have 2 chances apiece. So let's, right now, return to the action. Here we go back.
Sit down.
Can you tell us our destination, sir?
Not at the moment. But we're going to make a delivery there that'll make the world sit up and take notice. No matter what kind of a reception we get, on no account are we to be separated from one another.
There comes a feather race. Here comes a flash of lightning. Belongs to Miss Margot Wood, Mr. Karloff's partner. What do you say, Mrs. Wood?
Could that possibly have been dropping the bomb over Hiroshima?
Well, it was sort of, the dropping the bomb poetically comes close. It was quite a bombshell, but it was not dropping the bomb over Hiroshima, Miss Wood. But that was an awfully good try. You still have 1 chance left in this game, so all of you get ready. Here we go. Let's return to the scene of the action, if we may.
Each hour plus 5. Now, even if nothing goes wrong, there may have to be some changes made.
Can we expect something in the way of opposition?
I hope not. We're counting on the element of surprise. However, Defoe will probably be waiting for us, although I don't think he expects us in such numbers. Before we get through, I expect to have them calling Mama. Now, I suggest that you follow this route until you come to this point.
That's big country we're flying over, sir. From a bird's eye view, one place looks like another.
There's no margin for error here. This mission is too hazardous. You can look in all the books, and you'll see there's never been anything like it before.
We understand, sir. I'm sure I speak for all of us.
There comes a flash of lightning. Belongs to our Master Marine Sergeant over there. What do you say, sir, is the answer to this one?
Could it be the bombing of the Yalu River up in Manchuria?
The bombing of the Yalu River?
Yeah.
In southern China, by the way you say it, I think.
Manchuria.
No, sir, that is not the answer we were looking for. Sorry, but you're still eligible. You have another try. And now all of us, let's return to where we were when we were interrupted.
What kind of...
Conclusion of which, be ready to fly. And remember, I'm counting on all you birds to deliver those babies where they'll do the most good. Right here.
Say, here comes old Yalu River Linyard again. What do you say, Master Sergeant Linyard?
Could this have anything to do with the Don quintuplet?
It could have everything. Good going. Oh, wasn't that good?
Oh, but he's wonderful.
How did he recognize it?
Yes, are you married?
Yes.
There's your answer, Miss Wood, right there. I would like to say we had all kind of clues. The one I liked, they talked about deliveries, it being an emergency operation. There will be some changes made, which was my favorite. And the reason the changes made was a clue is because in that part of Ontario, they had switched from AC to DC current. Birds of a feather, Defoe will be ready, and it was, of course, Dr. Alan Defoe. So let's see, that's $25 to you, Master Sergeant Wood, and $25, of course, in Miss Barry's name to the Damon Runyon Cancer Fund. Real good going. Now, all of you get ready again. We're going to run right into this next one. Stand by on you. How you doing, Mr. Karloff, sir?
Very badly.
You're looking real good there. Now, let's go, because here we go with another one, and this one is going to be worth $30 to the winner, and, of course, another $30 to Damon Runyon Cancer Fund. We're going to bring you our version of an event which involved a very famous person. We want you to tell us who it is. First, let's have our home audience get a look and see who this very famous person is. All right, now, get ready, you panelists, as soon as you know who might have taken part.
I was the last one it could happen to. Who'd ever have thought that one day the heat would be on me? Me who'd made it hot for so many others. But they had the law on their side, and I had to sit and take it.
You know the purpose of this investigation. We want to get down to the facts.
But you haven't the right to investigate me.
We'll decide what's right and what's wrong.
You're taxing our patience to the boiling point, sir.
Gentlemen, please, please. What I told you is a fact. I am an enemy of the killers. And they do kill. They kill many.
Do you swear that you've seen them in action?
I will swear that I have seen them. I have seen them kill. I have seen them wipe out bodies.
How do they kill?
And there we have a blue flash of lightning once again as the most active man on our panel, Staff Sergeant John Linyard from Dallas, Texas. What do you say, Sergeant?
Master Sergeant.
Master Sergeant. Was that a bit...
Bill, could
Yes.
this have anything to do with the Kefauver investigation? Maybe this is Frank Costello.
Frank Costello? No, I think this man, although he himself wouldn't be, but I think what this man specialized in would come a little closer to Bugsy Siegel, maybe, than Frank Costello. You'll see what we mean when we go along. Let's return to this trial we were talking about.
Gentlemen, please, I beg of you, please stop badgering me. You're treating me like
Pack of mad dogs.
I will not have this hearing turned into a circus. One more picture and I'll have the sergeant at arms bound.
Hey, we have a red flash of lightning coming up here, and it belongs to Mr. Boris Karloff. What do you say, Mr. Karloff, on behalf of you and your partner?
I'm going to take a wild shot at it. Mad dogs,
Mad dogs.
invisible, and boiling point.
Boiling point. Yes, all those things were mentioned.
Could that be Louis Pasteur being
It
investigated?
could be, but $35 to your partner and $35 to the Damon Runyon Cancer Fund, sir. Good going. Hey, Mr. Karloff, that was excellent. That was real good reasoning. The mad dogs, of course, meaning rabies. I mean, and he successfully attacked rabies, and of course, the boiling point. They were thinking of, as you know, the sterilization of instruments and things like that. All right, now with that, Miss Wood, of course, you get $35 for that. And Miss Barry, you better get ready now on behalf. Mr. Karloff helped his helper. You better get going on there. And right now, we're going to run right along. I beg your pardon, Wendy?
I said, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm waiting for the commercial. That's why.
I
you
think
just
you're
wanna keep
adding
waiting.
tone to the party.
What, dear?
I think you're adding tone to the party.
Yes, and it's the kind of tone I'd like to be able to sing. Okay, let's get on to our next contest. Now, all of you stand by. This one's going to be worth $35, and it's going to be enacted right here on our stage. Now, since the actor's looks and attire might give away their identity, we're going to ask you four very fine people and good sports to kindly put those blindfolds on there. Under your desk there to the left of the microphone in that little... Oh, look at Wendy's. That's delightful, dear. Now, while they're putting on the blindfolds, I'm going to tell you that we're looking for two famous characters. They're going to be presented in an original version of a delightful conversation that might have taken place between them. We doubt if it would, but it might have. And they're going to be portrayed, these two people, by two very famous radio and TV persons, Ruth Gilbert and Harold J. Stone. Now, you listen to the clues. You can't see any of you, is that right? All right, get ready, and as soon as either member knows the answer, press your buzzer for $35 from Quick as a Flash. All right, let's see what goes here.
Kick-it, Katie, beautiful Katie, you're the only girl that I adore.
I don't think that song's very appropriate here.
What are you always griping about? I don't understand you. When my brother comes home, his wife always gives him a big kiss. Why don't you try to do the same thing?
Because his wife might get sore. So how's business?
How should it be? After all, it's my business.
Yeah, well, don't be so proud of it. You didn't work for it. Your father left it to you.
How did you ever get to first base with me, the way you've been acting toward me lately? I remember when you were just crazy to marry me.
So do I, but I didn't realize it.
And there comes the flash of lightning belongs to Mrs. Wood. What do you say, Mrs. Wood?
Is it possible it's the Goldbergs?
Oy, have you got a wrong number? The Goldbergs. No, but I certainly did enjoy that little bit there. Let's go back now to where I think the lady, I don't remember exactly what she said, but she had just answered one of the gentleman's questions. Can we go back, Ruthie, with dear, please?
So do I, but I didn't realize it at the time. Why don't you learn how to eat, clumsy?
I know how to eat clumsy. I want to learn how to eat neat.
You never used to complain about my cooking. I don't know what's happened to us, Hank. I've given you the best years of my life.
Okay, there comes the flash of lightning belonging to our master sergeant. Yes, you got me doing that. What do you say, Johnny?
Well, you're talking about eating and
Yeah.
Katie. Could
Yeah.
it be Kate Smith?
And of course, the other person you think would be Ted Collins in that case. Is that right? No, I'm sorry, that wasn't the right answer. That wasn't the answer we were looking for. We'll go back to where the lady who was not Kate Smith said to the man who was not Ted Collins, I've given you the best years of my life.
I've always tried to be a good wife to you. I'll do anything you say. What do you want from me, Hank?
Pass the salt.
I appeal to you as a man.
You don't even appeal to me as a woman.
All right, if that's the way you feel about it. Tony. You're getting too fat anyway. Maybe being on a diet would do you some good.
Diet? Are you kidding? I've been on a diet. The last 2 weeks I lost 5 pounds.
You didn't lose it. Look behind you.
Watch it now. You're starting to lose your head.
I know what's wrong. It's not my cooking that's making you unhappy.
Hey, here she comes, Miss Wendy Barry. Miss Wendy Barry, working for her partner. What do you say, Wendy?
Can I take this off?
No, not yet. Until you guess.
I should
That's-
know because I was in it. Now, just a minute. This is my first
All
time.
righty, take your time.
Right.
Yeah.
Did she call him Hank?
She did call him Hank, yes.
And did he say something about losing your head?
He did say something about losing her
Could
head.
it be Henry VIII?
It is Henry VIII. Absolutely right. Take off your mask. You're right. Absolutely. Very good going. Meet Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn, Ruth Gilbert, and Harold Stone. They're going to be back with us next week as another famous couple, too. And the $35, of course, to the Master Sergeant, and $35 in your name again, Wendy, to the Damon Runyon Cancer Fund. Say, that's all right. Now, suppose we get ready for another regular feature, an important regular feature on our Quick as a Flash program. That is our... Wendy, that was real good going, by the way.
I was wondering why you weren't surprised because I was so good that time.
I was not surprised when you're good. That was real good reasoning on your part, and I'm rushing into this next one because we have so many things we're going to do. We're going to have to run right along because we have this other real good contest for you, and we're going to get to it right away. Now, Margot, you get going. Mr. Karloff, you try and help her. Of course, you did get one so far, Mr. Karloff. Yes, sir. Right now, we're going to get into our pyramid contest. You see, we have sent a Quick as a Flash reporter to one of America's largest and best-known cities with a camera and a soundtrack. We're going to hear his voice and see the shots he took. And as soon as you know the name of this city, interrupt. Now, this contest is worth $100, and if no one wins, we're going to carry the $100 over to the pyramid contest, the last one, on next week's show. Now, break in as soon as you know where our roving reporter is for $100 on Quick as a Flash.
I'm standing in the center of a city known to every American. For historical background and importance in the development of our country, few take precedent over this one. Some of the buildings I'm looking at right now have been standing here in these streets for 230 years. But don't get the idea that folks here are old-fashioned. Their docks are right up to date. Ships from all over the world drop their cargo here in this city of more than...
Well, guess who it is? It's once again our old whiz today. I'm going to promote you. General John Linyard. What do you say the city is, John?
I believe it's Brooklyn.
It's what?
Brooklyn?
Once again, have you got a wrong number. No, this is not Brooklyn, this city. And say, while we were talking to John, we got another answer. This one belongs to Miss Wood.
It wasn't Charleston, was it?
You're right, it wasn't. Only teasing you. It wasn't Charleston, but both you and the sergeant have another chance in this contest, so don't be a faint heart. Stay right with us. Let's go back to where the gentleman had said ships from all over the world drop their cargo here in this city of more than 500,000 population.
And the people are industrious. They're proud of their metropolis, the way it sits as a hub of activity around which is centered an entire section of the United States. From this city to all parts of our country goes a steady flow of goods, things each and every one of us needs in our daily lives. Now let's get to history. In 1722, there were 100 houses and 500 people on this site many of them driven from Europe by religious persecution. That day, a day in 1803 when it was joined in union with the rest of our country, will always be remembered with satisfaction by every inhabitant. 12 years later, those same inhabitants fought on every street in their city for their newfound country. The opposition, led by General Pakenham, almost broke through the inner defenses. But a ragged army, generaled by a man who later became President of the United States, valiantly held them off.
And first we have the yellow flash of lightning. That belongs to Mrs. Margot Wood, and then Wendy's next. But Mrs. Wood, you're first. This is your last chance.
New Orleans? Yes!
Is absolutely right, Ron. Oh, that was really going. Mrs. Wood, you came through at the last moment, and you came through beautifully, and you won yourself $100. And right now I want to recap. Mr. Karloff, sir, you won one contest and $25. Is that right, sir?
I believe so.
And, of course, 25 to the Damon Runyon Cancer Fund. Mrs. Wood, you came through at the last minute and got the big prize, the $100 prize. How do you feel?
A little weak.
Oh, certainly don't look weak. And, Wendy, you did a good job. You got yourself one. Is that correct?
Did I, honey?
Yeah, don't you remember?
Don't get one. I'm so glad I got something.
Oh,
I knew that one, though, but I didn't buzz it quick enough.
You didn't buzz it. You knew it was New Orleans, but you just didn't get there soon
Yes,
enough.
sir.
You did good on... Huh?
He told me.
You did tell her?
Mm-hmm.
Say you two are getting along
I'm
too
good
well.
to her.
Huh?
I'm good to her.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I don't know why he needs any of us up here anyway.
I'm going to be right over and help you out. Listen, so you were the champ. Actually, Master Sergeant, you won yourself 2 rounds. One for Wendy, one for Mrs. Wood, and one for Mr. Karloff. I want to thank all of you, especially you, Wendy Barry, and you, Boris Karloff, for being with us tonight. It was awfully swell. And that just about winds us up for tonight. So until next week at the same time, when we want all of you to be back with us, this is Bill Cullen saying thanks for watching and keep your minds working quick as a flash. Good night, everybody, and thanks, panel, for being with us. Good night.
Be with us again when we'll bring you more comedy, drama, another Eddie Quick mystery, and a pyramid visit to another famous city. All on... The Flash is a Procter & Lewis production directed by Edgar G. Kahn. The technical director was Hino Rip, with settings by Trio Design.